You are now watching the Black Content Corner. You are now watching the Black Content Corner.
Hey guys, welcome to another episode of the Black Content Corner. How y'all doing? This is episode 5 to be exact. You know, I'm still trying to figure out how many episodes we're gonna have on this season, but you know, we'll figure it out. I'm just excited to be doing it. You feel me? So before we get into anything, you guys know I have to welcome you guys in. Come on in. Wait a second. Well, before you go past that lady there, click the subscribe button, okay? And then when you have a seat, you know, leisurely throughout the show, you can hit the like button, comment, whatever you want to comment, you know what I mean? But when you leave, you have to be sub, you have to like, you have to comment. Just rules. Rules are rules, okay? They're not meant to be broken. Obey the rules, okay? So now that we went over the rules or whatever, I just want to talk to you guys for a second. How are you guys doing? Did you have a great weekend? I asked not because I actually care if you had a great weekend. I'm kidding. I do care. But I actually had a great weekend, you know? I actually celebrated Halloween this year. My favorite holiday. Which I never do, you know? So it was a great time. I'm just happy that I got out. You know, the quote of the year. And it's going to spill over into 2021, really for the rest of my life, you know. Life, you know, it begins outside of your comfort zone. And you just got to say yes and deal with whatever comes with it later. Not irresponsible yeses, okay? Responsible, fun yeses that just make you do something a little different, you know? So that's what she's doing. That's what we're doing this year. We're trying to step outside of our comfort zone. We're just trying to get out here and be better. We're trying to grow. If you're a visionary, the reason that you guys are called visionaries is because I want this channel to, I want you guys to watch me grow, okay? And I want to inspire you guys to grow as well. And we're going to do it together. And in order to grow, you have to have a vision. You have to have goals. You have to have plans, you know? So follow me, okay? Follow me on my path to greatness, okay? Feel free to join. Any suggestions, you know? We got to do the damn thing, you know? So I'm going to make an official video. I'm just going to slip this in right here because I have all you guys here. And you guys love to come out for the Black Content Corner. So since you guys are here, let's make an announcement. My book club starts November 9th, okay? I'm so excited, guys. I want to get into reading with you guys. So stay tuned for the deets on that, okay? But remember that date, November 9th. We're getting into our first book. I'm not going to go into the details now. That'll be some other time. But November 9th, the book club starts. Look out for what you need to do to be a part of the book club. Alright? Because I'm here to, I was going to say I'm here to serve you up, but I'm not. I'm here. She's not here to do that. We're here to get this started. So look out for the book club, okay? We're here to get this going, okay? We need to end 2020 strong. We need to have goals set in place and stuff like that. So look out for that, okay? I'm going to make some more announcements about it. But keep that date in mind. Mark it on your calendar. November 9th, the book club starts, okay? So you guys already know the format for the Black Content Corner. You guys tell me what I do next. I'm always going to wait for you guys to scream it out, you know? Go ahead, give me some. Give me some. What's the first thing? You're right, in the back. It's the Black Business Shout Out. Alright, so the company that I'm shouting out today is Black owned, of course, and the name of the company is True Face by Grace. True Face by Grace is an online African jewelry accessories company. They do worldwide shipping. Of course, they're Black owned. They have huge statement pieces that will grab your attention when you walk into any room. True Face by Grace's website is in their description bar on Instagram. Their designs are inspired by the customs and traditional wear of different indigenous cultures and promotes the preservation of artisanal skills and traditional craftsmanship. The result is old chic with a total unique edge. True Face by Grace says, "We are proud of our African heritage and culture. Our goal is to offer a modern twist to ethnic jewelry, clothing, and accessories in a unique fusion of tradition and contemporary style. They guarantee you head-turning, show-stopping pieces, including red carpet-ready fashion, bohemian glam punk, and statement accessories that will highlight your unique individual style." True Face by Grace's mission is to provide their customers with a worldwide selection of exotic, handcrafted products while creating income opportunities for third world craftsmen and women. They are committed to making sustainable products that improve the environment, impact lives, and support community development across Ghana and other African countries. Their purpose is to create change for women and girls who want to work but had no luck in the formal sector. They want to create jobs with dignity, income that is sustainable and fair, and skills that can in turn lead to long-term financial independence. Rock your true style and shop with the knowledge that your money is going to good use. Alright guys, so I encourage you to head over to True Face by Grace's Instagram, where you can find their link in the description bar. Click their link to get to their website so that you can see, of course, more of their products, but not only that, their mission statement and why they do what they do, how they offer services to women and children in Africa, and how shopping with them benefits to people directly. So as usual, I'm going to list all of the links that you need to know in the description bar below. Head over to True Faces by Grace's Instagram and let her know that Kianavision sent you. Alright guys, so we made it through October, okay? If you're watching this today is obviously November 2nd, which means that tomorrow is election day, okay? Let me talk to you guys. Come on, let me talk to you guys. I don't know how the early voting has been going on anywhere else. I'm in Georgia, okay? And in Georgia, in my neighborhood, there was some suspicious activity happening. There was a power outage throughout the city. So there was 2 days of early voting that were kind of, people couldn't really vote. And luckily for early voting, you could have gone to multiple places. So hopefully everyone who was in Georgia, in my area, and anyone who might have had that problem, in any other city or state, that you guys branched out and you just pushed forward and voted at a different voting poll that wasn't in your neighborhood or your particular voting poll, okay? But tomorrow is election day, okay? If you have not voted already, okay, I'm gonna need y'all to go vote, please. It's not a matter of just saying it for fun anymore. We're here. Like I said, I know us black people, we too smart for our own good sometimes, I know y'all. Us black people, we just smart, Sometimes when something don't feel right, you're like, I'm not doing it. But you know what? I just really encourage you guys, especially ones who think that way, to just get out and vote. It's okay to change your mind. It's okay to change your mind at the last minute. It's okay to go, I'm not going to vote. And then election day, you like, I kind of want to go vote. You know what I'm saying? Get up and go do it. This is very important to us. If you live in this country and you partake in any of the luxuries of this country, you have to vote. And I know black people would say, that's not this, this is America doesn't like us. And there's a lot of things you can say. And a lot of it is true. But you must vote. You have a responsibility to do so. We have had change happen in our community over time. I'm not saying it's the best change. I'm not saying that we have overcame all of the struggles that we have dealt with. We have not overcame completely. We have come a long way from actually wearing chains around our feet and our wrists. I know, guys, if you're black, then you know they can gag you in more ways than without putting chains on their feet and their hands. You know what I mean? We understand that in a lot of ways we are still being suppressed. That is what we're fighting for. But we have come a long way. We wouldn't have come this far without activists and people in our community and our leaders vouching for us and taking initiative and doing things for the betterment of our community. Just think about that. Just think about it. Change doesn't always happen all at once. Sometimes it takes time, and we wouldn't have come this far without people stepping in and taking initiative, and we the people pushing for change, okay? Voting is another way that you can push for change. If you're like me and you oftentimes don't know what to do to contribute, just go and vote. It's set up now. It's not like back in 2008 and 2012 when we was voting for Obama and the lines were stretched around the building. There's so many voting polls that you can go out to and just get your vote in real quick. It's literally super quick. There's polls everywhere. I need you guys. We got to show up this year. Tomorrow is going to be a very tense day. When I'm saying it now, if you didn't hear me in the other episodes, I want you to hear me now, okay? Get up, get out, and vote. All right, guys. So you guys saw by the thumbnail and the title of this episode who I'm going to be featuring. We are featuring Owen Oslaywe, the small YouTuber / makeup artist, on today's episode. I talked to Owen. I did an interview with him. I thoroughly enjoyed that interview. He made it so easy for me to get through it. I had a little mishap when I wrote the questions I wanted to ask him down, and I deleted it. So we were just having a great conversation, and me trying to remember everything that I really wanted to know. He made it super easy for me to talk to him. Great conversationalist, very laid back, very chill, and I enjoyed our conversation. It didn't feel like an interview. Once I got at least halfway through it, it just felt like I was talking to a friend. I found out about Owen's YouTube page through the small YouTubers who I featured in season 1, the Everlastings. They tagged him under a post where I was calling all small content creators to tag any small content creators that they admire. And of course, they tagged Owen. I waited a few days because I was still working on episodes. When I finally got to click on Owen's page, I was just blown away, okay? I was like, he's a small YouTuber? Funny story, I was actually going through his videos, watching them. And as I was watching his videos, he had tagged me in a IG post, and we were basically checking each other out at the same time. And I thought that was pretty funny. Since then, I knew I wanted to get him on this platform. I'm glad that this season I'm now interviewing because I got a chance to talk to him and actually get to know him a little better and offer you guys a chance to get to know him a little better. So I'm really excited for you guys to watch this episode. It was everything. I thoroughly enjoyed myself, and I hope you guys enjoy it too. I'm sure you will. So go ahead and take a look. Let everybody know your name, where you're from, and what it is you do.
Okay, so my name is Owen Oslaywe. That is my branded name. My actual name is Owen Oslaywe. I am Nigerian. I haven't actually had the pleasure, or rather the luck, of visiting where my parents are from, but I am of Nigerian blood, origins, or whatever. I was born in Italy, Rome, and then, I'm kind of like all over the place. There's a lot of places I claim as home, but then I'm also from California, which is really near and dear to me. I pretty much did my schooling there. So I like to say I'm from Italy and California, and lived in New York after high school, and now I'm in Jersey.
Oh, wow. You really have been everywhere. My goodness. Yeah. I wouldn't have guessed Italy. What were you doing in Italy? What was your mother doing in Italy?
My parents were there. They immigrated from Nigeria. I believe they met, I'm not sure. I think they met out there, or they met like at home and then traveled together, but pretty much they were living there. They immigrated to that country. They had myself and my sister there. We're actually a year apart, but yeah.
Oh yeah, I've seen your sister on your Instagram. She's so gorgeous. My goodness.
So much. I'll definitely tell her.
Tell her, please, because the job you did with her makeup and everything, like it just came full circle. So pretty. I'm similar to you because my parents are Jamaican, but I've never been there myself, and I always get like teased, like, why haven't you been there? You know.
A lot of like family and friends, or just people, when I meet them, they're like, it's gonna be really an amazing experience, and I'm really excited to go. I'm probably just gonna plan a trip on my own once I'm capable of doing so.
Right.
But yeah, I definitely want to see, because I would love to see like my family and see where my dad lived and things like that, where he grew up. That's really important to me.
Right. And I know in the news, it's a lot going on over there right now.
Yeah.
SARS and.
Yeah. So I'm actually trying to use the platform that I do have to bring attention to it. I did actually a reel yesterday. Pretty much I created a look in support of, throughout the protest. And then I'm actually going to upload the image today. So yeah, it's really, it's unfortunate. I don't really know how to like put it, because like I haven't ever been there myself, but I feel a lot of concern and worry because I do have like family and like siblings there. Like my brother just went there and is living there, so I just want everybody to be okay. I kind of like, but in the same breath, they feel the same way about us here in the United States with, it's always happening. I was just in Philadelphia this past weekend, and actually, like, my friend was texting me, like, you left at the exact right time because now they killed someone. I'm going to say his name, Walter Wallace. His family called for help because he needed the help, like mental health wise, and then they showed up and pretty much assisted with bullets. The story never is always the same in front of his mother. So now Philly is rioting, and a lot of the same things are basically going on in Nigeria, only it's not like necessarily a white on black crime. It's just, people who are in power abusing their power. What they're supposed to do, what their job description is, they're completely like they're not doing that. They're exploiting the right of the people, and it's very sad.
It is extremely sad, and you're right. I feel that sometimes here in America and what happens in other countries, we kind of don't think of it as the same thing, like we're going through the same thing, but we really are, I don't even know where to start to support. I don't know how to, but I do send my prayers there. It is the images that I've seen are very...
There's some things out there, and it's I like to say that it's worse there. It's very similar, because I agree with what you were saying, like how people separate it because it becomes a conversation of race, right? Are you black? Are you white? Are you yellow? Are you, whatever color? Whereas it's really a conversation of the human race. Like that's really the only race that like nobody ever wants to talk about. Like we're really all one people. But that's a deeper conversation.
I know.
It's just... It really does.
But yeah, absolutely, we are one. That is another reason why I started the Black Content Corner, just to put different people on my platform so that everybody can see how relatable each other is, because I tend to think people are just out of touch. We're so much online, and we just think that everybody, has a great life, or you just make assumptions. And most of the time, I find that my assumptions aren't right. So, like I said, with the first season of the Black Content Corner, I was giving people shout outs because, I admired them and I wanted to, give them a platform. But this season, I kind of wanted different voices to just kind of speak for themselves, their experience, their craft, and, just showcase them, really. So I'm focusing on you this season, which I'm so excited about. And I'm so excited to have you here.
So excited to be here. Like
I discovered you. I had posted like an introduction to the Black Content Corner and instructions on what people need to do to be on the platform. And one of the requirements was for somebody to write under a post I had on my IG and tag 2 content creators that they enjoyed. And the everlasting, it was Avery. He tagged you and
Avery.
Yeah.
I love Avery and Candy. I know they have a channel together, but I think they have their own separate channels now too. I really love them.
I really love them too.
Yeah. They're such great people. Like I actually know them in real life, few of the people that are on YouTube. But you say you're in New York too, right? Like you say you're in Harlem?
No, I'm not in New York. I am in Georgia. I was born in New York, but I live in Georgia.
Okay, that's nice.
Yeah. But definitely I need to come and visit. Like I have a lot of family and stuff here in Brooklyn. But I do need to come.
Where in Georgia are you? I was in Atlanta, like I think it was last year.
I'm in Decatur. It's like Decatur and Lithonia, but yeah, the Decatur area. I'm not in the city, the popping parts. I'm not there.
And sometimes it's nice to be like in a quiet place, at least for like where you call home. Like my family and I actually moved to Jersey, so like it's really nice to come home and like to a house where it's quiet, away from the city. Like we're like up on a hill somewhere in Jersey here, and it's just like a really cute neighborhood. It's quiet, And then when I want to go to the city, you know, it's very nice to just be able to go experience all the loudness, Arlington vibes, and then come home to my quiet environment.
Come on back. Okay, so you were saying you went to school. Did you study like cosmetology or makeup when you went to school?
I actually did some, I took like classes in New York. I have studied makeup, but I haven't gone to cosmetology school. It's actually something that I do want to do. I don't know, like in New York, you don't necessarily need to be like licensed to do makeup, depending on what position you are trying to fill and in what environment, for lack of better words. But a lot of times to freelance and to do things of that nature, you just need maybe like a pro certification or just something to say that, you know, you've taken some sort of basic course to show that, you know, you're educated on cleanliness and product, you know, application and things of that nature.
Right. Okay. So yeah, I always wondered that because, and I like to share with people things that they can do, because a lot of times people want to find out what occupations they can, you know, have without having a degree, or, you know, just, you know, doing whatever your heart desires, because a lot of these jobs are not what we want to do.
I totally agree. Like the only thing though with makeup is that makeup and hair, honestly, are such like oversaturated industries. You know, like everybody wants to be a makeup artist, everybody wants to be a hairstylist. A lot of people in the field have amazing talent, and then some of the people, you know, don't, you know. I think of a good way to put it, but you know, just like cut and dry, like, you know, not everybody has it, but you know, everybody is out there, you know, at the end of the day, everybody's hustling and trying to make something for themselves.
Okay, so what's gonna say? Oh, before I forget, I wanted to give a shout out to It's a Don Vibe.
Oh yes,
Dante.
Yeah, you know him?
I don't know him personally, but I did meet him. He was the other person that the Everlasting tagged under the video.
Yes, I remember. It was me and him. That's one of my bestest friends. Like,
really? Oh,
yeah, Dante is one of my bestest friends. Like, if not one of the best.
Oh.
One of my closest friends.
Yeah, I love his channel. I always say when I watch his videos, he seems like you can just talk to him for a long time and just have great conversation.
He's a Gemini, so you know they're good for conversation.
Yeah, he's really good at it. And you're just watching the video. I'm answering back. He's not talking to me, but you know, it's a good time. So shout out to him. Like even all of you guys' channels, yours especially, like the quality of your videos to me is everything. Like you have great picture quality. You have great editing. By the way, I'm such a fan. You're welcome. And yeah, great editing and great content. And I know that getting big on YouTube is it's just timing. So I know your timing is coming, but I have a feeling like you've already arrived. Have you? Like
I like to present myself and carry in like an energy that I'm here. But I'm very much aware that the road still lies ahead. And much like you said, like, you know, editing does take a lot of my time. So that's why I haven't uploaded in a while. I just like have been feeling really overwhelmed, and I just needed I felt like I was doing a lot at once. So I just kind of wanted to divide myself up in a way where I can do my day job, then post on Instagram. And then I'm really trying to do something for Halloween on YouTube, but I feel like I'm cutting it so short because it's this weekend. The more I think about it, the more stressed I am. And I'm just like, okay. Like,
it's a lot.
Yeah.
Do you ever go live?
I haven't, but I was thinking I should do that because one of my friends that I actually made this weekend, she does a lot of lives on YouTube, but I don't know if like you have to have like a larger following for that to be like something, or can just anyone tap into your live on YouTube and you go live? Like
anyone can. I think you have to have at least 1,000 subscribers to go live through YouTube, but you can use platforms like StreamYard and go live, and anybody can join.
Okay, so I'll have to do the research on that.
Okay, so how long have you been doing makeup?
I've been doing makeup for like almost 5 years now. Yeah, I started while I was in high school. it started more as a thing that I needed to do for myself, because like even right now, like I don't have the fullest brows, but I've been able to train them to kind of like have an arch of some sort and like, you know, appear to be full, even though they really are not. They're really thin. But I struggled with a lack of brow hairs in high school, and you know, my first makeup product purchase was basically like a brow pencil so that I could fill in my brows and look human. Without human at the time, because when I look back at those images, I cringe. But yeah, I just really started like that, and then I really figured out that I could make it more of, you know, like it was a really lucrative, you know, business or like field that I could enter. My best friend's mom, I call her like my mom as well at the time in high school. She was telling me, you know, like, you should take it seriously. Like, this could really be something. And I was just like, you know, I was so conflicted, because I was just like, okay, like I started thinking about family. I'm Black, I'm a boy. Like, how is this really gonna work, right? And then I was like, you know what? Like, I'm just gonna like do it. Like, I mean, worst case scenario, like they don't like it, and I just really have to prove to them that something that I care about, which I've been able to do successfully at this point. I can say that now. But at the time, it was really like kind of hard a little bit. I've had a lot of ups and downs, and I'm gonna do it in the next bit kind of moments. But I'm here. I'm doing it. Yeah, I really just started. And then like when I started doing makeup on other people, I realized, okay, like this is even better. Like, I know what it did for me, but making me feel better about myself. Like, I remember the first time I put on makeup, like a full face, like brows and the rest, I looked in the mirror and I was like, oh my God, like I do not want to take this off. Like, I really struggled with like, I need to like take this off now. And like, okay, like imagine like like if I can do this for someone else, like that, I feel like that for me is the best feeling in the world. I really love like people and just working with people and just knowing that people are feeling great about themselves and about the world. So yeah, I just feel like, you know, like it was just like a gift that was kind of given to me, and that I really had to like learn really how to put it to use, because I really do love, you know, making people feel good. And especially women, I really have like a whole thing for women. So even having a sister, she's younger than, like just a year younger than me, but like, you know, just experiences that she shared with me, and then my other female friends, like I always just have such a respect for women. So I feel like, you know, like for me, like the profession that I've chosen is almost a way that I can almost give back, right? So it really makes me feel good when, like, you know, they get up from the seat or they look in the mirror, whether it be a transformative makeup or just a natural bead or just a lash or just a brow or whatever, you know, whatever that you request me, if I'm able to fulfill it and make you feel amazing, like I feel great. Like I love being able to do that.
That is great. I mean, and I'm glad, like a lot of people don't know what their, you know, calling is or what they're called here to do. So it's great that you found that, you know. And you do it really well. Like, I've watched your tutorials, and I don't wear makeup. I mean, sometimes I do, but I'm not really the greatest at it. So, but watching your videos, you make it look simple, and you make it look really good. Like, if you did it and you explained it to me that way, it gives me hope that, you know, when I do it, it's going to come out the same way. So it shows, your passion shows in your work. And I've seen on your Instagram, you do, what would you call that? Like, how you did Mystique from X-Men and like,
so, like, I don't know, like transformative makeup or special effects makeup. That's usually like, I guess what I would call it. A special effects makeup is more of the correct verbiage for it, but I think formative too is pretty much one and the same, because, you know, you're going from A to B or to Z through makeup, and it's pretty cool.
It is pretty cool. It looks pretty cool. And how long? Well, I'm a hairstylist as well. Well, not as well. You're a makeup artist, but so when I was in school, I never wanted to do like just basic, regular, everyday hair. I wanted to do the, you know, I wanted to compete. So how did you get into doing it? Because I just love it.
That is something that I struggle with literally all the time, because like just how you said, like you don't wear makeup, like that's a reality for me as well. Like I used to wear it in high school, but I've come to terms with the fact that I really don't love wearing makeup. Like I love it for others. I love being able to make you feel great, and I love it for my Instagram, but like I don't like doing too much. Like I have a little bit of concealer on and powder today, but that's like the most. I try to keep a healthy skin routine so I don't have to take on foundation. But like that's something that I struggle with because I don't want my posts on Instagram all the time to just be like, how to do a natural smoky eye, or how to, cut your crease with a little glitter, how to do lip. Like I'm thinking like, how can I, make this bigger? How can I make this louder? I always am thinking, I want it to be more of a moment. Like it's more interactive when it's something that, you're scrolling and it's just like, oh my God, like, wow.
Yeah.
It needs to be like breathtaking. It needs to be show stopping. And that's something that makes my job for me a little bit harder sometimes, especially with YouTube, because I don't like the mediocre work. Like I'll throw it in here and there, like, like I did my brow series, and then I did a video on how to do natural eyeshadows. But, people like will request that, but then it doesn't do as great on my channel, for example, because, it's not something that like everyone really would like, like people are just like, okay, I've seen this before. There's like a million tutorials like that. So I'm always thinking, how it's really just like, I enjoy it because before makeup, like as a kid, I used to draw a lot. Like I would always draw like cartoons or like whatever I would watch on TV. I would always draw. So I feel like it meant like that art now manifested itself in my life in this way. So it's kind of always that same energy. I have like I have a wide assortment of brushes, like really thin ones, so that I can do more detailed work. The only thing is just so time consuming, but I always love the final product. So I just keep that in mind and keep on pushing.
I was thinking that before you said it. Like I think it all ties in together, because I know makeup artists and they always say the same thing they drew in high school and they were in art class and stuff. But it's just, I think you're just a creative. Just say that. You probably know how to do a lot of things, right?
Yeah, I like to say I'm a creative because I love fashion as well. I love, being able to piece together clothing or style other people. I just love, like, I'm pretty like artful in general. Like I will create collages like in my room, or like for my work binder, for example. I don't know where I put it, but like I pretty much like plastered it like with a whole thing. I want to see if I can find it. I think I know where it is. This, for example, like I really love just being able to create stuff completely. Where like, with just things from all over. Like I tore open like my Vogue magazines. I went to my shoebox and like put some stickers. I put everything on here. And then like this bag that I have from the store, I just like cut it and put it over here. Like I just really love art, I guess, for a better word. I appreciate art. Like
Yeah, just looking at it, experiencing it. I feel you on that. And that's why I love doing this, because I get to see so much and experience so much with people. It's the greatest. So where do you see yourself going with the makeup thing? How far do you see yourself going with it?
Honestly, the sky is the limit for me. I'm trying to do and achieve everything that I possibly can on this earthly world. Like honestly, like I want to work with celebrities. I want to work with bigger influencers, which I have successfully done as of last weekend. So I'm really thankful for that experience as well. I just want to really like tap into everything. I want to incorporate other social media platforms. Like I'm trying to do what's it called, TikTok thing again. I'm trying to create more videos. And then I just want to do everything. Like I really see myself like fully working as a makeup artist. Like that's what I'm working right now. I'm trying to secure the bag with just makeup, honestly. Like I don't really want to work any other kind of job. I like working with, I really love kids and babies as well. So that's something that I've been like trying to figure out as well. Like I love education. I've taught makeup classes, so I'm thinking like I would love to do like art classes maybe at a high school, or I would like to do something creative in like an elementary school so I can work with kids. Like really, like I want to like branch out as far as possible with makeup, and then also kind of like create my own business in terms of working with people, and more importantly children. Like I really want, like I feel like art is so important in like just development. So I really want to be able to bring that to kids. Like that's art is like a really safe space. Like you can just express yourself, and that's really what makeup does for me. I could be really upset, really stressed, and as much as makeup in itself does stress me out when I'm working on a more complex look, it is like a satisfying feeling to like, you know, see clean lines be created and everything come, you know, into form.
Yeah, and it's crazy how life works, how it just takes you to wherever you don't know what's coming. So I worked at an elementary school with special needs children, and since the whole pandemic, you know, we've been working from home, and I really turned into a music teacher, and I like doing music. It's not my title, but because to get the kids to engage, I play the violin, so I'm playing for them, and it's I just have a good time every day, just talking to the kids and stuff, and it is making me happier. Like I know that there's a lot going on in the world, but it's making me happier. So you just never know where life is gonna take you, you know. But I can see that when you say working with kids, I think kids would just love you, and
they usually do. Elementary school kids are usually a little bit harder to work with, like upwards of 3rd grade. The only thing is that just kids are just so honest, and a lot of times like that can cut a little deep, but I still love them for it. Like even with like kids in my family, like my nephews, I always love to hang out with them. Like I just love being an uncle. I love being someone that people, especially kids, I guess, can look up to, whether that be success or he's just nice or whatever. I just love being able to, it just really comes down to being able to make people feel good. I just really, yeah.
Yeah, chasing happy is more fulfilling. And yes, the kids they know. They're brutally honest, but that's why I love working with them, because they're just it's no lying, it's no sneaking, it's no underhanded nothing. They just straight up. I love it.
Unless it involves candy or food, they're always going to tell you the truth.
Always. Yeah. How do you get gigs? Like, so how do you find gigs when it comes to makeup?
There are a lot of ways to do so. I'm actually still learning about them myself, because I have friends who are like, literally more experienced in the industry, like in the creative industry altogether. So I've been shown new methods, but I can't really speak on those yet because I haven't done them. But what has worked for me is honestly marketing, promoting, and just consistent uploading on Instagram, using the right hashtags, because people really are looking. It'll feel like nothing is happening, but people are looking. And I can really say that, especially after the past weekend that I've had. Like, I still don't really know how I was discovered by said people, but after giving time, and it was just like, and then I'm also in like the ballroom community. So like when I first moved to New York, the way I would get gigs, my first big gig I had, they found me on Instagram, and literally I asked them how, and they said they went to #NYMUA and they saw my work, because I used the hashtag a lot when I moved to New York, and that's pretty much how they found me. And I was like, okay, so like that definitely is ringing a bell. I'm gonna definitely have to, expand on hashtags. Like hashtags on social media are so key. Like if you take anything away from this, like hashtags will get you through. And friends, honestly, that has been like something that has got me through as well. Like, people know that I do makeup, and then with being in the ballroom community, people see my work, and, people book me. And then just being surrounded by great people who share my work when they are really blown away by it, sharing it to their stories or sending it to a friend, like even just one friend, or just sharing it to your story. It doesn't matter if they have 200 followers, like those are probably, like, out of those 200 people, it is very likely that 150 perhaps, I don't know, and now they're being exposed to my work, and that's more outreach. That networking too is such a big word. Like, it's such a big thing. Like when I first moved to New York as well, like I started to really involve myself in nightlife. I wasn't even really 21, a lot of the gigs that I did get, but I started, working in New York Fashion Week a little bit, like with all these companies, and then, meeting people, being invited to after parties and things of that nature, or just going to my own events and meeting people there, and, really just entering conversations respectfully, speaking when spoken to, being humble. Like, you might appear a certain way, but you also have to remind yourself that you aren't quite where you think you want to be. So there's just really a way to move. I feel like really it just really comes down to who you surround yourself with. Like, I've been told a lot of times, surround yourself with people who are in the likeness of where you want to be. So I do that. Like, that's something that I do. It's a little bit hard right now because COVID and everything. So like a lot of those events are no longer in motion, but I was going to a lot of, dinners and brunches and, meeting people and like, yeah, I do this, I do that. Like, even people who are in the music industry, like whoever, whenever, like anyone can need their makeup done. Males, girls, matter. Like, especially if they work in TV, everyone's getting touched up.
Yeah.
Everyone.
Yeah, I can definitely see you on TV one day. I feel like you're just going to have like the hugest audience, and I'm just so happy I found you before then.
Thank you. I I really admire your work as well, and it is one of my goals as well to be on TV. I'm just trying to figure out exactly how. I wanted to do reality TV for the longest, like, because I watched a lot of that in high school, like, living in like a mansion with people, but I'm not sure. Like, it would be definitely a stepping stone to like speak about my work and what I do and just kind of be on, in my confessional and like, yeah. But I also like, morals are so important to me, and I feel like that is a lot of the reason why I still like, probably am not where I could be, if that makes sense. But I'm not really like, I'm not ready to throw away like things that I hold, like, certain values. I'm willing to compromise. So
like what? Like which kind of values?
Okay. Okay. It's just so much. Okay, like, I don't know. I just think respecting people, like, I think gossip, sex, and money, I think will be like 3 ways I can break it down. That a lot of people usually like are able to navigate those environments, especially in like the beauty industry. Gossip can be like, and I haven't even really been around like a lot of huge people, but when I am around like, a space where there are a lot of hairstylists or a lot of makeup artists, or, like kind of where we congregate and do things, there's always a group, there's always a sidebar of, and then talking about other people, things like that. Like, I only really like, I have inserted myself in such conversations when I feel like, okay, like we're talking about something that's actually, true, right? But still saying allegedly true, but to the masses, like, we say allegedly to avoid a lawsuit, but
right.
we're talking about, so only those kind of conversations. But yeah, I'm not really like, I'm not going to be talking about other people in an ill way. I am not ready to sell my body to make it to the next level. Things of that nature. It's really not.
Yeah, no, it's great that you say that, because I think even doing YouTube, a lot of content creators think that they have to go certain routes to make it big. Even me, like my channel, I mean, kids can watch my channel. Sometimes I slip out and say a few cuss words, but kids can watch my channel. I don't want it to be what everything else is like. I'm trying to preserve some type of respect for our community, and so I completely feel you on that. And you don't appear to be the type of person who is messy and just out here putting out anything that I've seen from you is great quality, and you're really just focusing on your craft. So kudos to you, because sometimes it is hard. You do get caught up in, just joining conversations that you shouldn't be in, and just doing things you shouldn't be doing, so
yeah, there's
not easy.
It's something that I feel like I used to beat myself up about it, like oh, just do it, like, whatever, like you'll be where you want to be. But then is it really worth, all that heartache, like all that, like it's really like, no, because then I'll be where I want to be and making the money that I want to make, and then maybe like 2 months in, and then all that money is going to have to go into, securing a really good lawyer. Like, I really don't
right.
in that lifestyle, in that kind of way. I really just want to enter it and be in that space and thrive without being a part of a lot of drama, because everyone's going to say something, everyone's going to have opinions. Like, things will happen, but I don't want to be known as, like, I don't want to be known for that,
Right. Just let your work speak for itself.
Basically.
And it does. It really does. Do you have any advice for small YouTubers specifically?
My advice is, I have a couple that come to me, but like the first one is, don't focus so much on what other people are doing. Be inspired, definitely, but don't beat yourself up about the numbers, because really, like, with social media, it always comes down to numbers, whether it be Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, Snapchat, whatever. It's always numbers, right? Like, do you have a following? How many likes are you getting? Because ultimately that's how you make your money. But we all start somewhere. So like, my advice to smaller influencers or YouTubers starting out is, just figure out what you want to do. Like, especially with YouTube, you want to niche down, but you don't want to niche down too much. Like, like my sister wanted to start a YouTube channel for like reviewing just pajamas. I was like, that's a little bit too narrow, in my opinion. Like, I don't know how many people are going to be looking to just, pajamas, but even, you want to niche down, like with makeup. Like, makeup is already kind of like, its own thing. But a lot of times, like, you could be just a special effects channel, or you could be like a natural glam channel, or you could be more of like a makeup education channel. I kind of do like all of it, depending on what people are asking for. So that would be my first piece of advice, is so that was already two pieces of advice, I think. I'm like, place. So one was, don't focus too much on the numbers when you're starting out. Like, just put out your work and make sure that it is quality work. If you love it and you feel strongly about it, I can almost assure you that people are going to feel the same way about your work. And I can speak on that from personal experience. And then my second piece of advice would be to, what was it? Oh my gosh. So don't focus on the numbers. And then
you said, I just heard you say this.
Brain fart.
You were saying like stay.
Yeah, the niche. So like, you want to have a niche, but you also don't want to like niche it down too much. Like, basically niche, like, your topic. Like, what is your YouTube channel going to be about? Hair, makeup, clothing, fashion. There's like so much that you can do. Gaming, plants, like everyone is doing something different on YouTube, so you want to figure out exactly what it is that you want to do, and then kind of figure out how you're going to navigate that world content wise, because you want it to be well received, and you want it to be like strong enough and also niche down enough to where people are going to be, you want it to be searchable, something that people are going to be interested in. Start your own thing if you really are doing something out of this world, but you're gonna have to work probably a little bit harder to bring attention to it. So those are like my two main pieces of advice. And then my third would just be, and honestly, like the most important at the end of the day, would be have fun. Like, definitely, like, it is work. Like, it's going to turn into work if you're taking it seriously, and you're gonna have to be consistent with it, but definitely still have fun. And another one, don't be afraid to take a break if you need to, because I do that. Like, I tend to do that. Like, I don't want to say a lot, but this is the longest break I've taken now. I didn't quit YouTube, but I needed to just take a break. I started my channel over, and I was uploading twice a week, like every week, and it becoming like very, very draining. Just like regroup and refresh.
Right.
So that would be my advice. Like, definitely, like, if you take anything away, is have fun. Like, even when it turns into work, like, it still can be fun. It's really what you make of it.
It really can be. I had no background in editing or doing any of this, but now that I'm doing it, you can't pull me away from it. Yes, I can get overwhelmed sometimes, but just like you said, don't do it too much.
Yeah.
So you lose the love for it. You don't want to lose the love for it.
Yeah, you don't want to lose the love for it. That's
especially counting them numbers. That'll stress you out.
Because that's something, like, with YouTube, it doesn't really stress me out so much. Numbers, like, usually, like, stress me out the most when it becomes a conversation of Instagram. That app is so impossible, but I still try. But that app is really something. It really is. but I enjoy it. Like I said, I'm having fun. I'm posting my content. The people who need to see it are seeing it. Oh my gosh, to really wrap up like everything, quality over quantity. That's definitely the best way that I can put it, because I may not have 1,000 likes, but out of those 100 or 200 or 300 likes, there are almost like, let me say, at least 5 people who may be verified, or at least 5 people who have a much larger following than I do, you know? So you want to look at, you don't always want to look at how many likes you're getting, but you also want to look at who is liking your pictures. You know, if you tagged a certain makeup brand or whatever brand, you know, in whatever world you are, but for me at least, if I tag a certain makeup brand and they like my picture and comment, you know, that makes me feel good. You know, it may not have a like and something else from Kylie Jenner, but you know, this person saw my work, and that matters just much. Like, your dreams share you and others, because then that's when you know that you really are, you know, putting your best foot forward and, you know, really aspiring for the best. They shouldn't be mediocre, but they also, you know, you don't want to like completely like you know, like set yourself up for like disappointment. But honestly, like, anything that you want is yours. You just have to work for it. Anything is attainable. Success is nothing but literally like a hardworking day away from you getting it. Like, you just
and that's it.
Oh yeah.
And that's it. And we're all different, so you just never know what your process is gonna look like, you know?
Especially like, and that's so true, because even for me, like, that's why I say don't compare yourself to others, because like I struggled with that like a lot, especially in high school. Like, I didn't really have like the best self-esteem, so when I got into makeup too, and like I struggled with like taking it off the first time I did it, I was like, yeah, like this, like, it's not good, you know, like I need to, you know, I need to like be better to myself, you know, you want to be just like, you want to speak positively about yourself and to yourself, and just, you know, love yourself, love the work that you do, and just do it for you, honestly, even when you get a larger following, or even when, you know, you get the numbers that you've been hoping for, because with those numbers and all the greatness, it's going to come also a certain percentage of negativity, so you have to prepare yourself for that as well. And I definitely got a taste of that this weekend with like the people that I work with. Like, one of them was a really big influencer, Bree Chief, and just like, you know, like she'll post this picture, I post the same picture, and like hers, like in a second already has 200 likes, right? Also scrolling through the comments, I'm just like, oh my god, like there are some people in here who are really negative, you know? It's really like, you have to be like, you know, like they say, like, you know, you're successful when you have like a lot of haters. Like, that's not just a saying. Like, I stand for myself this last weekend, you know, you have to really, anything you want, honestly, is yours. You just have to work for it. But you also have to be ready for everything else that comes with it, because life is not just, you know, peaches and roses. There's definitely going to be hail. There's going to be a storm. You know, Mother Nature is in control.
Tell everybody, my visionaries, your slayers, where they can find you on social media, all your platforms.
Okay, so my Instagram is Oslaywe MUA, which is OSLAYWEMUA, which stands for makeup artist. My Snapchat is also the same, and my Twitter is the same as well. My YouTube is Owen Oslaywe. So Owen, pretty much how my name appears on the screen. So OWEN space OSLAYWE. And then what else? My TikTok, I'm sorting that out. I have 2 right now. My original TikTok that I would like for you guys to follow is actually Oslaywe MUA, just like my Instagram. So yeah, I'm working on getting it back. Let's see if I can. That's everything I mean. So Snapchat, Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok, Oslaywe MUA, and then my YouTube is Owen Oslaywe.
And of course, I'm gonna put everything, all the links, in the description bar below. Thank you so much for being on my platform. I really enjoyed our conversation. It flowed like water. Thank you so much.
I really enjoyed. Next time I come to Georgia, I'll definitely be sure to stop like and see you.
Please. Thank you, Owen, again for that beautiful conversation. As that wasn't even an interview, because it didn't feel like an interrogation. Well, it was an interview and interrogation. I think that my visionaries will take a lot from the conversation that we had. So thank you again so much. The next thing that we have, coming up is the IG Spotlight. right, so you guys saw the beginning of this episode. I always give you a little sneak peek about who was going to be the IG spotlight. Wasn't she just a little bit that you saw? Wasn't she everything? I mean, she's a whole mood. So let me go ahead and tell you a little bit about her. A page called Thasnamanha. I hope I'm saying that right. Forgive me if I'm not. Okay, that is the IG name. Her name is Thais Lemos. Let me introduce y'all to Thais. Thais gave me my whole life, so I want y'all to meet her. Okay. Thais Lemos is an artist. She's a bassist, and she also has a YouTube channel that you can click in her description bar on her Instagram to get full videos of her music, okay? And of course, I'm gonna click all of that. I'm gonna put all of that down there, okay? When I found her page, guys, don't ask me how I found her. The same way that I do everybody. I went to her. I went and probably hashtag something like musician, black musician, or you know, something like that, and bam, there she was. Thais is breathtaking to me personally. I don't know about y'all, but she's breathtaking. Okay, not only is she cute, she's gorgeous. Her flow is just on fleek. I love her. Okay, her music is just touching. When you watch her play on IG, you can see how much she's into it. Now, let me tell you, Thais, she plays the bass, right? And she's mostly playing funk music. Thais is Portuguese. She's located in Pelotas, Brazil. It's not much to say about Thais. I don't know a lot of her information. She doesn't have a lot of information in her description bar. And I think that she did right by that, because her music speaks for itself. I want to know more about her so that I can find her and listen to her music. But she puts the music on YouTube and she plays on IG. Okay, I think she's amazing. I'm not gonna say I got emotional listening. I'm not gonna do this. I'm not gonna play myself like that on my platform. Okay, but I can see the joy. I can see how in tune she is with her bass. Okay, no pun intended. She's amazing. So I'm not gonna say anymore. Honestly, I don't know what else to say. I just want you guys to see this. Okay, take a look. Thais, take it away.
short, but I got so many blessings. Happy you were mine. It sucks that it's all ending. For too long, don't go to bed. I'll make a cup of coffee for your head.
We made it through episode 5. I feel so accomplished every time I complete an episode and premiere it and do a live show afterwards. Thank you so much to people who are in the live chat as I premiere. Let me just give another thank you to everybody who shows up every week for this show. Thank you so much. You don't even know. You have no idea, you know? It's a good time. Thank you so much. Follow the instructions. I don't have to tell you to subscribe because you did that on the way in. That was like your entry. That was your entry requirement, okay? So if you didn't do it, because I know a lot of y'all don't follow directions. That's the problem with y'all, but I digress. If you didn't follow directions, subscribe now, okay? Hit the like button. Comment. Let me know what you think, okay? Let me know what you thought, what you want to see. If you want to tag anybody else you feel like should be on this platform, let me know, okay? You can go over to my Instagram, follow me at Kianavision, okay? I don't have Twitter and all that other stuff. I'll probably get it and stuff, but right now, YouTube, IG, or you can email me at Kianavision. Follow my business page at Fast and Affordable Braids by Kiana, okay? And that's that. So guys, thank you again for showing up for another week of the Black Content Corner. This is definitely a highlight of my week, okay? I love Mondays. I freaking love Mondays now. Who would have thunk? Thank you again. I'm so glad you guys are enjoying this. I'm so glad that you guys are returning to see future episodes. And there's nothing else to say besides have a great week. And I will see you back here again Monday. But don't be a stranger. Come over and come visit me. I'll be uploading my vlogs and stuff sometimes. I'm trying to get more consistent with that, but you know, it's a process. So yeah, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. I will see you guys next week. Have a great week. I love you guys. Bye. Boy. Yeah. I'm keeping it moving. Wait, I'm sorry. I'm looking at my window. Am I walking up? Let me pay attention. Okay. Hang on now. When you come in, hit the subscribe button. You know what I'm saying? While you sitting down, take your time, but you do need to like at some point. And then, you know what I'm saying? Leave a little cute comment when it's over, okay? You can comment while it's, you know, while it's going. You know what I'm saying? Do you. Stay true. Yeah. And one look, it changed my life. And I knew you were the one I want to be with. And I don't even know your name, but I know. And I can't sweep you off of me. Bing, bing, bing. Bing, 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 bing. Before love, well,